Huh?
In the darkness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you thirsty?
There's one time things happened
Would
a
you care for
long
like a bottle of
time
water?
ago,
Like,
and
cause
they didn't give a fuck anymore, and things.
you sound
No,
like
no, thank
a
you
little
for the
thirsty.
water.
You want something?
I want water.
Hi.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna kill
All right.
you.
Hey.
Eventually,
Nice scissors.
I'm gonna tell you my story first, and then I'm gonna kill you.
I just wanted to see if you were thirsty. That's it.
Relax.
Mhm.
Try to tell
Yeah.
somebody a story.
Life. I think I'm in the minority here, but here's my review on Jordan Peele's Us. So this is Jordan Peele's sophomore film, his second film. First film being Get Out, which I loved. I gave it like a 9.5, something along those lines. Us. Jordan Peele starts off this movie brilliantly from the way I see this. He started it off with a nice family at carnival, and they're just hanging out. They're enjoying their time together. The little girl is staying kind of silent. She's walking around with a Thriller shirt, which I love because obviously it's nostalgic from the 80s. I love the opening scene though. It was like a TV, and they were showing just like information about a beach, and on the side of the TV were these VHS tapes of Chud, The Goonies, a couple other movies here and there. I forget, but I know I was like nostalgic watching. I love that beginning. I love the whole part in the carnival. I really love where she got lost in the House of Mirrors. She comes across a doppelganger, and that's when the movie kind of takes off and jumps to the future now. The little girl is grown. She has a husband. She has a son and daughter. They're going on vacation to well, they're going back to where the little girl first had her altercation and stuff like that. Now they've been back to this place more than once. It just so happens that this time she's there. She doesn't feel well. She doesn't feel right there. She doesn't feel comfortable, and she feels like something bad is gonna happen. Now the time progresses throughout the movie. The doppelganger kind of comes back, and now she has her own family, and they all look like twins of the rest of the family, which is really weird, really creepy, and you're kind of, at this point, you're into the movie, you're kind of sucked in. Then I'm just watching this like, okay. Then the main antagonist comes down and starts talking, and she, and once upon a time, a little girl. And right there, I was kicked out of the movie completely. Look at that. Just by me doing that, along the story, you have some ups and downs. You have some good action sequences, or smaller, minor. Well, not really action. They're violent sequences. You have some good violent sequences that are short but powerful. You have some extended exposition of things being explained, but only to a certain point, and then you're trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out, and you're watching a great performance by Lupita on Nyong'o, along those lines. I'm sorry. I'll try to put her name somewhere in the corner here because I don't want to disrespect anything. I want to give her a proper name because she did a great acting job here for both characters. I love the cinematography. I love the tone of the movie. I loved how it started, and I loved certain moments throughout the film. And that's pretty much it. Those are my pros. Now here come the cons of the movie. Okay, one, a lot of people that I've seen in other reviews, and I think maybe because I'm younger than they are, my ability to just watching a movie, but they said that other reviewers have said the pacing was wonderful for a suspense thriller. I was bored most of this movie because they kept stretching, elongating like scenes, like the one of the opening scene. Well, like the third opening scene where they actually start playing the music, and the music is awesome, by the way. I didn't mention that before, but they open up on a rabbit's eye, and then they start slowly pulling back for the rabbit's eye, slowly revealing the full rabbit's head. The rabbit bite. Now the rabbit is alive. The rabbit is perfectly well. It's the rabbit just showing the rabbit body. Then they're showing the cat rabbit cage. Then they show other rabbit cages and other rabbits in those cages, and it keeps panning back, until you get from the visual of just the eye to an entire wall of rabbits in cages. It felt like it took an eternity to watch that freaking scene, but it was more like 3 minutes, like 2.5 to 3 minutes. And I was just like, you couldn't cut this down to like 30 seconds. Then the story started with the family traveling and everything, and even that part to me was a little bit elongated. The father had some stupid, corny dad jokes throughout the entire movie, even in the thick of like the horror. I don't. This is not a horror movie. I'm sorry. This is a suspense thriller. It's not a horror movie at all. There's nothing scary here. Maybe creepy. So I'm watching this movie, and I'm just like, there has to be something more. Something big is coming. Something, and then all of a sudden, certain things are said, which I'm not gonna ruin anything. There's no spoilers. I'm not gonna ruin anything. There's certain things are said, certain sentences, certain words, certain dialogue, where I'm like, no, please don't do this. And if you do this, I'm officially like not liking the movie. And I kind of just made that decision in my head because a lot of things were long and boring and drab, and it's supposed to be a suspense thriller. And there was like some moments of suspense where it'll be building, and then all of a sudden they keep trying to build more suspense. But I'm already like this plateauing. Like I'm bored. I'm bored. The ending, the okay. These are the main things that bother me. The husband's performance. I'm sorry, I did not like the corny dad joke. Blah blah blah. Ha ha. Look at I got a boat. It's cheap. I'm a cheap dad. Ha. I was like, and he just kept referring to it. And he kept coming up with stupid jokes, stupid jokes. Like he had one or two funny jokes. He wasn't like horrible, but he had. But after like number 9 or 10, that wasn't funny, and you just like stop giving this character the screen time, please. The voice, the Lupita's voice as the bad character, the character in the red jumpsuit, was annoying as hell to me. At first it was like, oh, it's creepy voice, and then I'm just like, oh, God, like, are you gonna continue with? Oh God, yeah, she's gonna continue with the whole voice. Shut up already, please. Lupita as the mother did a fantastic job. She showed worry about her kids. She showed some worry over her husband. She showed worry over herself. And then she said, fuck this. I'm taking charge and I'm going to do what I got to do. And I thought that was awesome. You know, that part was fantastic. Like she played the mother. Fantastic. She was great. And then, oh, the little girl. I got to give respect to the little girl. She did fantastic as well as both the good daughter and the creepy red jumpsuited psychopath or whatever. She did great. The father on both ends for me was weak. The little boy, he kind of annoyed me. I wanted to smack the freaking mask off his head. He wore a mask on his head the entire movie. I just wanted to just take the mask off your head, boy. I was just annoyed with that kid almost throughout the entire movie. Mind you, I know I'm kind of hating on the movie a lot, but there are. I can't write a better movie than this. I just don't like the story. I really disliked the story. I like the beginning. I like certain parts of the middle. The entire like last 40 minutes, 45 minutes of this movie, I was like this, like, I kept looking at my phone, like, yo, can I leave? Get to the point. I already know the ending. I already know the ending. And guess what? I knew the ending. And it was just something I've seen a dozen times before in Netflix movies, in movies that, and other movies that were mainstream. And it's just like, nah, okay, you can't really get too much originality in whatever, but I didn't want that to be the ending. Because I guess that ending about maybe like half hour into the movie, maybe 40 minutes into the movie, and that was like, ugh. A couple things about the movie I guess that actually happened. A couple of things about the movie that I guess that didn't happen, or they were about to happen and they whatever. Anyway, so overall, I absolutely hated the ending. I hated most of the characters, or I disliked, not hated, but I disliked most of the characters except for um, the mother and the daughter, and their dual roles. The little boy, well, just him with the mask, I found annoying. Him as the little psycho, creepy kid that kept running around like a little rat boy. That was actually creepy. But still, you want to smack the shit out of him too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't honestly recommend this movie. I can't. And yet there are people out there saying that it's a masterpiece. I guess I'm missing something. I mean, I see a lot of the visual metaphors. I didn't get everything. I got certain things. I understood it. I understood it well enough. I thought it was just a boring story. After a while, I was bored out of my mind. I really recommend us. I do recommend you watch it eventually. I do recommend you save the money, watch it on Netflix. But then again, I know Jordan Peele is a great writer, and maybe just this one, for me anyway, didn't hit the mark. Like, to me, Get Out is up here. Get Out is like a superior film. Great story, great everything. And then Us is like over here. Like, it still had great writing, great concepts, great ideas, but for me, they missed the mark completely, entirely. I didn't buy into it. I didn't like it. I didn't like a lot of the execution of it. I like the tone of the movie. I love the way it was shot. I love the like I said before, two or three people's performances. They have some great scenes. They do have some awesome scenes, masterfully done. But it's the story that failed me. I hated that ending. Hated the ending. The last whole 40 minutes, I was just like, please, I don't want to walk out in this movie. But I want to know what the ending is. And then when I found out what the ending was, I was like, I should have walked out on the movie 40 minutes ago and should have gotten some pizza. Anyway, guys, out of 10, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love the movie, or a lot of people will appreciate the movie, or critics across the board love the movie. I didn't. I did not. I'm gonna give Us a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I know some reviewers that I love watching, and they gave this thing A minus, A plus, A 9.5, 9.8, all this stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck movie did you see? Maybe there's an age difference and the pacing, because I thought the pacing was just too long. They could have shortened up some scenes and cut out at least 15-20 minutes of the movie, and the movie would have been a faster pace, and maybe added like one or two more like really violent scenes that kind of like just punch you in the face about like how gory this could be, while still keeping those metaphors, the visual metaphors, and the nostalgic feeling. And I don't know. I guess I'm just missing something. But I thought the movie was boring as shit. Anyway, guys, I am Ray from Rated R Reviews. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. If you liked us, tell me what you thought of the movie, please. If you loved the movie, let me know what you loved about it.